Well, it took you long enough.
Well, I had to do with tea, and I also had to deal with internet connection issues. So,
Oh, okay.
I don't have to join.
There we go. Great.
Okay.
Good. You guys can start us off.
Alrighty then.
Yep.
So, and a pip tally-o, off to another episode.
Definitely.
Well, the weather's getting cloudier, that's for sure.
Is it?
Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. You two talk amongst yourselves.
And I'm back. You guys there? Hello?
Oh, hello.
What's happening here? Is it just issues we're having?
I just told I would be back in a few minutes because I had to deal with something.
Okay.
Hopefully Eric will come back. Yeah.
Let's hope. So anything particular you want to talk about? We can dive into it.
I was thinking the next generation of the web.
So Web 3. So
Yeah, web 3.0.
yep. One where we've got decentralized applications that basically benefit from being decentralized. So no massive corporation like Google or Facebook or Amazon or Twitter. No one corporation owns the internet like we do now, because technically right now, if you think about it, the internet is Web 2 owned by corporations, but Web 3.0 or 3.20 is supposed to be decentralized. So basically, not corporation owns the internet. So basically,
Wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the next generation of the internet.
Oh, okay.
So Web 3 that utilizes cryptocurrency and decentralized applications. So basically, Web 2 right now is controlled by companies. Web 3, once it's fully utilized, will be independent, will be decentralized. So no one person will be able to control what is controlled social media. So it'll be more decentralized. Big corporations won't have massive control or basically own everything to do with it.
Yeah.
Which is
I like
great.
that. Yeah.
Anything else we'll talk about?
Did I mention about the weather?
Yes. You said it was raining there.
I never said it was raining. I said it was cloudy.
What's the difference?
With the chance of meatballs?
So, I said this about a potential boxing match in the future. How did you get about that? Team Sketch getting into fighting and us holding events, or literally.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying like we should get in the boxing ring.
Yeah, we should get in it. We should get it. Faith was talking to me last night. She thinks I should do a fight.
Maybe if you lost a little bit of weight, you probably could get in the boxing ring.
I think it'll give me the reason to lose weight. Plus, we can do it for charity. We can make some money.
Oh yeah, my motivation for losing weight is that I don't want my stomach hanging over my waistband. That's about it.
Okay.
Over my
my also one is that I don't want to end up like being 50, 60 years old and struggling to walk. That's my debt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Faithy's thing. She doesn't want to end up being that big where she'll be put in a home. I don't think she really wants to go into a home.
Nobody does.
A nursing home?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be put in one of them.
Who would? Aren't they depressing? That's what I've heard.
I'm sure my future kids will try and put me in one. But heck, probably.
I mean, wouldn't you want to at least have some freedom?
I would like to own my own freaking man. I would love to be able to hire people to look after me when I'm in my 90, when I'm 90, or even 100. I hope to still be chipper and be able to walk while I'm 100, while I'm 200 years old. I want to live till
Well, that
200. I
well
want to live
that's
for.
well that's if you like live up to be like that age.
I want to live to 200. I'm gonna make sure I can live to 200. I want to be 200 years old. Imagine
Well,
if
one
we
can
develop
dream.
200 years of life. I think we'll get to the point where humans are able to live for 1,000 years old. For 1,000 years,
Wait,
there'll be people.
1,000? You said 1,000?
I think we'll get to
I
like
mean,
at some point. Like, look at it. Like, we're already being able to stand with. We're already people are already living into the mid-90s. It won't be long to have people that are living past 100. Because at the start, years ago, it was most people would live 50, and then they would clot out dead. And there's people that are living to the mid-90s. People are living longer.
that's
Of
true.
course, average person that will die. Of course, there'll be the average person that'll die from from an accident, or not taking care of their body, or like literally just from having a heart attack. But there will be people that'll survive. But who knows? Anything else you want to talk about YouTube? Yeah.
Karen. Yes, that too.
What? What? What were you saying?
Hold on,
You guys-
I'll be right back.
Okay. So
Okay.
how's the podcast, Eric?
What happened?
How's your podcast going?
Oh no, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I made an episode last night, but after reviewing it today, I deleted the whole thing because I don't know. It just wasn't as good as I hoped it would be.
It's good that you're self-criticizing yourself. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I agree.
you only want to have the good stuff that you're proud of. There are a bunch of videos that I think me and Faith. I think we should also look at our videos and that and see if there's actually videos that we like, or there's stuff that we should actually get rid of.
Yeah, because I didn't want to like post. I didn't want to post it, knowing that I didn't like it, expecting someone else to like it. Like, I mean, it's like if I don't like it, why would anyone else like it?
Good point. True, that's a good point.
Mhm.
So how would you feel about starting your own wrestling podcast a
Hmm.
couple months now with the other guy that loves wrestling?
I
I think that might be entertaining.
mean,
Yes, I agree.
it sounds intriguing. I'm definitely open to it. You know.
It would be entertaining to do it. We could start with wrestling, and then over time we can maybe add a couple people that know about about boxing, and then we can go into MMA, or we can dive into all forms of martial arts
Well, yeah, of course.
over time. But
I mean, shoot, like, if there's a football lover, like, they can talk about football, if there are football lovers, lovers.
I was thinking we can maybe like eventually let's just talk about martial arts, and then like we can create a podcast like football, rugby, basically it's stuff to do with NFL. We can do one with boxing eventually as well. Because I think like I really want to get into sports and that. Like I want to get into sport. I want to create podcasts about golf, stuff to do with F1. Like I wouldn't mind diving in creating a podcast to do with F1, but basically just talks about Formula One. Like talk about like how that's going. I think that would be sick. Like I just want to get into multiple different podcasts. And we can create like stuff like we can do stuff to do with boxing, we do stuff with like do with sports, because there's always going to be content we can talk about sports. We can always talk about the latest fight. We can always do interviews with like previous like fighters. We can dive into other stuff.
All right, hold on.
Jamie, you still
Oh
there?
yeah. Yes, I've been there, certainly.
Any podcasts that we can do, because we could do a wrestling one. We eventually we can get down to creating like a movie one.
Have you thought about doing like a finance or stock market kind of podcast?
I think I will at some point. Or we can do ones about The thing is though, I wouldn't mind doing that, but I want another person that's into that stuff as well to do it with me. I don't want it to be just me that's doing that.
All right.
Like I'm all down to do it. Like, I think it would be sick. We could do like because I've been wanting to make like a financial show, and that for a while. Like, but I don't think I don't think I want to do it by myself. I want to have someone that does it with me because I think like I need someone to bounce off of. But I want to do a show. Like, I think we could do like a weekly YouTube channel. Once we get bigger, we can do like a weekly YouTube channel where we cover the markets and that. We can call it Market Talks or something like that. And we can literally just do like we can talk about the markets, because I think it'd be cool to just do videos about talk about the market and like what's going on with the Feds, what's going on with the markets. Is this stock a buy? Is this stock not a buy? We could do like, because like we could dive into all that stuff as well. We could also tie it into like our fund as well, our investment fund. But yeah, any other podcast ideas? Like I said, I have an idea for like this like lawyer, this show that I was talking about last night with you, a podcast show where it would be where Eric would play the judge, Faith would play the grieving mother, you play the psycho killer that murdered that's being accused of the crime, and I'd be a witness.
Right. Yeah, I
We
could do that.
Well, someone to play a lawyer. So anybody that knows law, that would be a good one for hit that.
Yeah.
And basically this podcast can follow the trial of such and such guy for being accused of murdering five people, and murdering 5 people brutally. You're trying to plead your innocence and plead the fact that you were framed, and then later on in the thing it's revealed that you were framed for murder, and basically at the end of it, there'd become a big conclusion. Everything would be taught up. Everything would be found out, and the truth will be set free. I think it would be an interesting 4 or 5 part crime series or something like that. This would be like a massive project though. We wouldn't be doing this like all in one episode, all in 1 month. This would be like a project we'd be working on for about 4 months, because we'd be doing it to the highest standard. This will be like some really creative content that will take a couple of months, but we'll have to first of all, we'd have to research like law. Second, we would have to create a massive interesting story and other stuff. But yeah, any other ideas for stories like that we could do that like you think make some really interesting podcast audio stories?
Well, I have plenty of ideas, but
Okay. Yeah.
I want to try them out on a.
So we're talking about making stories. What's going on?
Yeah, we're coming up with ideas for new podcast series.
Yeah, audio 4 or 5 part audio podcast series.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Eric, you play the role of a judge.
Okay.
I thought Jamie could play the role of the criminal, because I think he'd be great at it. Faithy could play one of the grieving people, play one of the widows, or the widows of one of the child that was killed, the grieving mother. And I could play a witness, a so-called witness, but is secretly someone that is framing, that is being paid to basically paint Jamie as a bad guy, when really he's just he was literally just there from circumstance. And I thought this could be like a limited 5-part series. This is something we could work on for about 4 or 5 months, and this could be like a little limited series that we could do for next year and release it. Because I thought like it could be pretty sick. I don't want to make this like a limited podcast, that we're doing that would be uploading every day. This would be like some really limited audio series. So basically, limited audio series. This would be like a 4 or 5 part series. Basically, this would be like a little crime story series. So like, you know what like BBC do in that, like their little audio stories. This is something I think we could do, a little podcast audio story. And then we'll see it from there. After we've done that, maybe we can dive into more. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I know I said it, but I was thinking Karens.
Karens.
Yes.
Huh?
We could create a series about a Karen, about a boss. How about this? We could dive into what if we created a series about a Karen, the everyday life of a Karen. This mom, she's a stay-at-home mom. She's been privileged all her life. What if we told the story of Karen, the privileged mom that has had everything handed to her? Thinks that she can boss everybody around. We can tell the story of her. What if we create a story about this Karen? What if we told a story about her upbringing? This could be like a 5-part series of diving who is Karen.
Like this is something like we would just do research on and explain who a true Karen is.
Yeah, we could dive into it. We can make a fictional character. Her name is Karen. It dives into why is she such a narcissist? Why is she so obsessed with like being better than everybody else? Why is she such an arsehole to people? And then it comes for the final episode. It makes her she talks to her husband. Talks to her therapist, and then she realizes, holy fuck, I'm the arsehole. So
It sure is.
yeah, we could dive into that. That might be entertaining. This could be another project we could work on. Who is Karen? Could be another series we could work on after the other one. Who is Karen? Basically, it's a series about a Karen. So the everyday Karen that thinks that she's better than everybody. And it basically it's got to be a 5-6 part ep series. We dive into her. We dive into this mythical person, this fictional character called Karen. We dive into how she got to where she is. We also dive into why she's such a dick. And then she comes to the epiphany at the end. Holy fuck. I hate to say it, but maybe I am an arsehole. I think it might be an entertaining series, but who knows?
Wait, are you admitting that you're an asshole, or
No, it's Karen that's admitting that she's an arsehole.
Oh,
she realized
Dang. I'm an asshole. What have I done my whole life?
Holy shit.
I can't believe I've been a bitch.
And then she suddenly comes to her mind that she realizes, holy fuck, I've been a dick to people. At least and then she realizes if she can't know arsehole. I just think it'd be sick to do that as a series. Like it could be like a 5-6 part series. It could start with start with Karen, and then we we talk about like how she came to this thing. We dive around into her. We maybe build a backstory between her and her friends, and at the end of it, who knows? We need to find maybe Faithy. Maybe Faithy could play Karen.
Oh no. Why? Risk,
She's not.
Why do you do this?
Yo, why do you want to do this to her? She's not gonna like that.
What if we got someone else to play Karen?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I can get one of my exes to play Karen. That'll be a fun one.
That's funny.
Would they even talk to you though?
Probably not, but it might be an interesting series to make a audio podcast about a Karen. And then we literally at the end of the credits, we could have such and such role was played by Eric Taylor, such and such role was played by Risk, such and such role was played by Jamie.
Yeah, I would get one of my exes to do it, but unfortunately, I don't have that many.
Fair enough. It happens.
Yeah.
Well,
So any
in
other
this day and age, of course.
you do about the audio?
I had no game when I was in school.
You seem to have games talking to the MILF and the foot lady.
I think
the MILF and foot lady. That was a classic.
Wait, what'd you say, Risk? What'd you say?
You seem to have game when you were talking to the old lady, and you seem to have game when you were talking to the foot lady. Does foot.
Okay, for one, I said in school, meaning I had no game in school. Like ever since I got outside of school, it's like I've had what happened? Like ever since I got outside of school, it's like I've had a little bit more confidence. I don't know.
Yeah.
Old lady. I mean,
Old lady? What the? Okay.
because he said
The
old
milk
lady.
Where did that come from? I don't know.
I mean, like, what do you mean old lady? I don't talk to old.
The MILF that was talking to you a couple months ago, wasn't it? It was some MILF, some old woman.
Oh
In her
yeah.
married old.
No, she was only it's okay. She was only in her 40s. She was only in her 40s.
That's still old. Yeah.
That's rich. Well, that's rich coming out of you, Risk.
Okay. What? Oh. What made a series about a politician? How he rose from the rose from the public, from nothing to become one of the most corrupt people in the world.
Hello, Candy Paint. What's with these rap names? It's not bad, but still.
This is weird, you know.
What was with, like? Why Candy? Why? Who knows?
Well, I'm sorry.
So,
did you say
For
Candy
our
Can?
goal for this year, I want to aim.
No, I said low. No, I said low Candy Paint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 2023, I want to aim for 10 podcasts. Well, 5 podcasts. I want us to get to 10 podcasts under our belts. But I think that's possible by in December.
So, and as for like new team members, are we still gonna like get more, or like, you know, is this is the person like, you know?
We'll get more, but remember, they're not officially joining the team for a couple of months.
Oh yeah, no, of course. They have to show commitment first before they join.
Yes. Patience is key.
Exactly.
Yeah. Silence.
So.
Absolute silence. Where did it all go wrong? Yes?
Nothing.
Okay. And
So what have you guys watched any shows lately?
I mean, I heard of this show. It was alright, I guess.
Oh, what's it called?
I don't remember the name, but it's kind of a big deal where I'm currently at.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
There's two risks. That's kind of cool.
Risker.
It is kind of weird. Wait, no, there's one. But yeah, we're only going to. They're not part of the group yet. They won't be part of the group for at least a year. But they will be like, we'll call them our 10. They'll be called members.
Like our guest members, kind of.
Yeah, they'll be called members. That's what we're calling them. They'll be members. They won't be joining. At least for they won't be joining.
Calling them quote members, you know, because we're members too, you know, because we don't have any like clarification.
I don't want to make them members too quick. I don't want to make them Team Sketch members, right? Team Sketch people for a while.
You don't want to make them official members yet.
No, I don't want to do that for more months or at least a year. I want them to be in the thing for like for a couple of months.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not having people like join for a couple of weeks and then they're a member and then they fuck off.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was expecting for you to say like, you know, they have to like, you know, be consistent for 6 months. You know,
they have to create content with us on a daily basis, or at least create content, a couple of videos with us a week, or podcast with us a week.
That's like fair.
Do what you guys. They've just got to be willing to do what you guys do. Film content with us. It's all we ask for. If you can't do that on a consistent basis, then quite frankly, piss off. I haven't got time for people that are not willing to consist.
You don't want to be like that last guy. I'll be honest. I forgot it. I forgot his name.
That go on like at least every week. We don't have time for people that are not interested. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. If you can't manage, it's fine. No biggie. No problem. But we do this on a constant basis.
Yeah, if you don't want to be if you don't want to be a part of it, it's fine. Just don't ask to be part of the team if you know you can't do it consistently.
Yeah, because we've got a mission to achieve. We've got a goal we want to achieve, and we've got people. Like at the end of the line, all 4 of us really have equity in this thing, and it's all up to us 4 that really, if we want to build this into something. Because quite honestly, if we don't grow this thing, our equity in this is pointless. We've got nothing to show for it. Well, we've done. I think we've done. If I was to say what we've done this year, I'd say we've done pretty well.
Yeah.
For this year, we have podcasts. Now we've got about 5. One that's retired. We've retired one podcast, but the others are still going, which is not too bad. We've got a YouTube channel that uploads content on a weekly basis. We've got a YouTube channel that uploads on a weekly basis. We've got an Instagram account that uploads on a semi-weekly basis. We've got podcasts that upload on a weekly basis. We just need more people. We need more people that are like you, like us, that want to grind and willing to put the work in. Because I have tons of podcast ideas to do and tons of stuff we can add to it, but we need more people. And I like this guy. Like what we. There's a certain thing that we're looking for when we bring people in. We're looking for people that are willing to create content, funny, and overall, just want to create content and have fun.
Of course, yeah. And this man has a YouTube channel and his own podcast as well. So like I'm not gonna say
scratch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he's perfect right away, but he's pretty good so far.
Yeah, I like him. I think he can be more talkative, but he's surely showing his shine, which is good.
Yeah.
The thing is, do you guys really want to be fucked bringing new people in that have never created social media content before, never done this on a consistent basis?
No,
I don't
not.
mind, but to be quite honest with you, like if they're not done it on a consistent basis for at least 2 years, or at least been creating content in the content world, that's what I'm saying to Faithy. Don't bring anybody that's not in the content world that doesn't do what we do, because quite honestly, I don't fancy training them up right now. Like I'm looking for people that are not established, but at least been creating content for a while on a consistent basis. Because what's the point in training people up? Do we really have the time to be training people up at this point?
That's
true.
Let's
be honest. Do we really want to waste that time when we could probably get a couple people that are in it?
That's fair. That's fair. And the last guy we got, it was from the Clash server.
True.
Right?
They're not committed. You can tell they're not committed. Like Clash is not committed. We were offering them. What were we giving them? Like we were giving them the opportunity to create content on a weekly basis, to film content with us, have fun. To basically give the equivalent to a dream. Create content, have fun, make videos. But then again, maybe he thought it sounded more like a real life job. It technically is, but then we have fun. So.
He said he was in college, like pursuing acting, right? Or something like that.
Exactly be what you want to do. You're technically building on your acting skills, ain't you? You're creating content on basically a decent business. Put it on your thing. Oh, I filmed a bunch of you could put it on your resume as well. I filmed a bunch of podcasts for a brand. I was part of filming a bunch of podcasts on a regular basis for a brand.
True that.
Eventually, you can say I run my own podcast. I'm sure people will find that quite I'm sure people on your CV or company bosses will find that quite interesting, because it's something that you probably might not, but I'm sure people would find. They create their own podcast. Maybe it's unique. It's quite interesting. It'd probably make people want to dive into your CV more, wouldn't they? When they see, oh, this guy creates podcasts. It's just something they probably ask, because podcasts are pretty popular. Tons of people listen to them. It's that popular that the BBC are freaking pouncing them out like nothing. Like God knows how many. And there was a podcasting company that got acquired for a couple hundred million. So who knows? Maybe we can create a bunch of podcasts. Who knows? Maybe in the coming months we can acquire some podcasts, or sign some deals with some podcasts once we get bigger.
And make a bunch of negotiations.
True that. Right. Exactly. We just gotta keep going.
Keep going, keep grinding. All started somewhere. You gotta realize, like as much as you want to think, as much as it's painful for some people to believe. Companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla and a bunch of others, they started from nothing. exactly what we did. We're starting from next to nothing. It might be weird, but they started off with like maybe a couple of million, something like that. They started off with a couple of million. They started off with next to nothing. Living like a Silicon Valley startup. That's technically what we are, because we're literally starting from nothing. We started off with one podcast. We expanded to multiple, and we'll expand to more long term. There's tons of things that we can do. Tons of audio series we can do. Once we get done, we can also start writing we can also start expanding into our own like freaking superhero books and that. I had this idea for like a superhero called Power Girl. So basically, this girl's got like powers of strength, like she's really strong, and it's basically like it's a teen like story. It's a story about this girl that gains the powers to basically gain superpowers, and she gains basically strength. And it basically talks about her like going on her journey, discovering her powers, and then her becoming a superhero. I think we could dive into superhero like stuff in that with podcasts. Because I don't think is there many podcasts that we could probably create our own like superhero universe with podcasts and create IP through podcasts with that. And then eventually we could eventually once we get big enough we can create our own movies out of that over time. But is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or is that how long's this podcast been?
Over 30 minutes.
You guys want to end it here? Is there more of it you want to talk about?
I think we discussed more than enough anything, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been fun. That's another podcast for the Opinionistics. So what we naming this podcast?
We're yet to find out.
When's this one coming out? Who knows? Either way, guys, I hope everybody enjoys this podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys, and peace. Bye.
Peace. Bye,
Bye.
sisters.
Oh dear.
Bye, sister.
I should stop saying that.
Yeah, you probably should.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.